Alright guys, after we got our heavy modular frames, what we did is we came back over here and built the rest of the generators that we need. So we're up to 13 now, and producing about 4,300 power. I still don't think that's enough, but we're going to go ahead and try to move on to our next step. We need to make our computers, and all that's going to be done over here, basically transporting all of our plastics and everything over to our factory 2 location over there. So I need to build a highway, and I need to get started on that factory. Before I do anything else, I'm going to clean up all this packaging stuff. This was just kind of like a temporary solution to kind of get our power out of the way so we can keep making plastic. I don't need this stuff. I will keep the packaged fuel container for a little while just so I can kind of use that stuff up, but the rest of the stuff is going to need to go. So I'm going to take all this out, and then I'm going to head over to the other factory location, get started on all that stuff. Alright, so we made it over to our other factory location here. I ran the power line all the way over here. I didn't get to show you guys in the last clip, but we are up to 4,300. Our max capacity is only 29, so we should have enough room there. It's about 1,400 to get all this stuff built over here. The manufacturer might take a lot, but I don't think it's a whole lot of assembling that we really have to do outside of our circuit board, so I think it should be pretty easy to kind of fit everything in there. There is a ton of coal, I'm showed in the last couple episodes, but there's a bunch of coal over that direction. And if I don't end up making steel with it, because there is a lot of iron here, I'll probably turn that into another coal plant to kind of get us up there even higher. So yeah, like I said, it's right there. It's not very far. I'm gonna get back to work though. I'm gonna basically elevate this up, make a platform, get everything nice and pretty flat looking instead of kind of dealing with this. There's a lot of hills and stuff around here, so I just want to be over the top of everything so you don't have to worry about it. And then I'm gonna get started on the copper, and I need to build the dock, and then I need to build the highway. There's a lot of stuff to do. I'll give you guys an update in a little bit. Alright, so I went ahead and I got our miner set up with most of our smelters here. This is a pure node, so it's 240 going into 8 of these, which is working out. For the first layer here, I'm going to be doing our copper sheets, and I need about 60 of these to match what I need to make with the circuit boards and everything. So that's what I'm doing. I got 6 of these constructors here. Basically, it's just splitting right across. This is a pretty similar design to the first iron module that I made. I just got this elevated a little bit to give it a little bit extra. And then I have 4 more of these smelters that'll be running above this to go into the wires. And then from there it'll be made into the cables, which is all the copper components that we're going to need for our actual computers. I'm going to keep working, and I'll give you guys another update in a second. So I wanted to give you guys an update. Also, we're having a problem that I'm really worried about, and I'm going to have to check it out in a second. Overnight, I guess, there was an update, and it kind of changed a bunch of stuff. Like, now we have head and body and back and all this different stuff. It changed the icons just a little bit. Like, I don't know if you could tell or not, but these are, like, brighter now. They look good. I'm fine with it, but the game just feels a little bit more vibrant, and they added a couple more things. I finished this up here. Well, I need to get the mergers and everything done, but I got all my lines set up to supply our copper wires. But the problem I'm having is there is a ton of crates everywhere, like all over the place. And originally I was thinking, oh, maybe, you know, they add an icon for like all this the storage crates, like these out here. I can get down here like this thing, but then I looked at it. There's no storage logo, so there's just crates everywhere, and I'm really worried because it looks like a lot. I can't figure out how to move the map either, but it looks like there's a lot going on here, and I gotta go figure out what's going on before anything bad happens. So I'm gonna go check that out, and I'll be back in just a second. I just got back over to my oil production, and there's no crates over here. There's just icons like this one right here. I'm chasing around. It's not there, so I'm assuming these are all the crates for every place that I've ever dropped something, and it's just glitched up right now. Like obviously this, and like these 2 crates over here, but there's nothing over here besides like these 2. So I think I'm okay. I think the game's just messed up with the new update, so I'm gonna pretend like everything's okay, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. So I'm gonna get back to work and try to ignore all my problems. What? No. Tell me I can get rid of this. Please. Okay. Alright. Okay. I was really worried that was just going to be stuck there, and then I just would deal with that. Oh, man. I didn't hear anything about an update coming out at all, and this is just like... This is all different now. Stinger research? The MAM is completely different, and now there's all this stuff. Well, that Hatcher's the thing I just killed. That turns into alien protein. That's kind of gross. Like now there's like a bullet guidance system. Is that for the that gun? Oh, homing. Got homing rifles. Got homing bullets. That's cool. And it's got this a shatter rebar. I'm assuming that's for the rebar gun. And then I don't know what that is. A pulse obelisk. Is that supposed to be like a pulse grenade? That's really expensive though. And then they got all this stuff. Like this is experimental power generation. Is there another source of power now? And smokeless powder, dude. There's all types of stuff now. Like I was literally done with all this stuff. I gotta go. Hold on. Okay, I gotta go find some sulfur, and I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna see what that experimental power is. What happened to the space elevator? Yo, what is going on? I gotta move the space elevator now. This is all different. What the hell is going on? Dude, do not tell me that all these things respawned. I'm like not about to have to kill every single thing that I've already killed over here. Oh boy. Where are you? Oh, he's green. Come here. He's dead now, but he's green. Plasma spitter remains. Oh! Come on, get out of here. I can literally just, I walked over to our new factory, our new little warehouse in here, and I can just hear the dudes below me for this drop pod. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of the big guys, so I'm gonna have to go kill everything that I've already killed in all my areas. This is terrifying. But this is cool. I don't like that I have to move my space elevator, but that's cool. And they kind of fixed the window tint a little bit, so all this stuff is like, you can actually see through it now. Way, way better. So I'm gonna keep murdering stuff, and I'll be back. Did they change how the coal generators look? Because these look different. I don't know if they just like turn the contrast up. Man, there's so many of these things all around here. I'm gonna have to basically go on a murdering spree. But I don't know if they definitely changed that, because that was not red in the front before. It still looks cool. And then those are a lot more bluer now. Like I knew there was gonna be an update coming out, because everybody's been talking about it, but I've not really paid attention. I'm not one to like try to look up stuff and try to spoil it for me. Like I just try to kind of play it. And I definitely did not think that it was just gonna come out in the middle of an episode like this. Like I'm trying to build another factory here, and instead I'm trying to run over here and murder all the stuff that's breaking into my factory. So I'm gonna. Why is that already dead? I really, yeah, there's more up there. Okay, I'm gonna jump over there and grab that before I get murdered, and hopefully nothing jumps me. Yeah, I'm not dealing with those guys again, but I'm pretty sure that Jerome is back over here. I'm gonna go see if I can find him. So I'm not seeing him, but just because I'm not seeing him doesn't mean he's not here. And unless I find a body, I'm just gonna go under the assumption that he's hiding, stalking me, waiting to kill me. So I'm officially terrified to be in my own base again. This is awesome. I'm gonna go get some of those new explosives and homing bullets. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna murder everything. I'm running over here to grab the sulfur, but I just realized that if all these creatures are back, that means that everything is back over there by that oil field, which means that place is an absolute nightmare again. Oh boy. So I just unlocked that experimental power generation, and it's compacted coal, and it's turbo fuel, so you don't have to get it through the actual hard drives anymore, but it requires hard drives. So I'm gonna get this real quick. I have to go get a hard drive, but I'm gonna see what exactly compacted coal is, and if it's this is gonna be used for coal generators, but I don't know how it'd be any different. So I'm gonna have to go see what that all entails, but I'm sorry, my head's just like spinning. I was not expecting this to happen today. I just wanted to finish my base, and I came back to get some resources to keep working on, and now like everything's crazy. So we're gonna do this for the rest of the episode. We'll probably get back to finishing that factory up in the next episode. I gotta take a minute because like my brain's moving like 1,000. Like it just, I'm freaking out, yo. All right, so I unlocked the experimental power generation, and it looks like it gives us compacted coal and turbo fuel, so you don't have to do it through the actual hard drives anymore. You can kind of just get it through the man, which is really, really good, but it requires hard drives, which is kind of confusing to me on why you need to spend a hard drive on this. But I'm gonna try to get a hard drive, and I'll try to get this stuff unlocked so I can see what it does, because this compacted coal says it's going to be a more efficient alternative for coal. It can be used in coal generators, but I don't know how that would actually change the number of consumption. So I do want to figure that out. It might just produce more coal. Like if you mix it together, it might be something like the foundry or something where it's going to make more of it. So I'll have to check that out, and I'm really, really interested in all this stuff, but I need to get back to working on what I was working on. So I'm going to head back to the factory now that I grab my resources, and I'm going to try to finish off this episode, and then maybe our next episode could be all about this MAM stuff. Like, all I want to do is explore this whole MAM stuff and all this stuff they added, but I gotta finish this episode. Do you guys hear that? I'm really hoping that's not what I think it is. Okay, so we made it back over to the factory we were working on. We set up the rest of our cables up here, so we only needed 6 after we made our 12 down there. We are making all the cables that we can. It's roughly coming out to whatever 30 times 6 is, 180 per minute, which is plenty for what we're trying to do. And then I ran it over to this wall over here, which is the same wall that all of the copper sheets are being ran to. So in that way, both of our copper ingredients are going to come out this side. We can set up our assemblers over here and everything we need. And if we need to make a little conveyor hallway again, we can do that right here. So that's all set up. If we look at our manufacturer here, if we set this up, figure out where to put it. For our computers, we have our cables now. We have our we don't have our circuit boards, but we have the stuff to make the circuit boards. We need our plastic, and then our screws are going to be really easy. So we need to figure out how we're going to get the plastic from all the way over there to over here. Means I need to set up another truck system. So I'm going to build another highway. It's not going to be as fancy as the other one. I'll probably come around and fix it later on, but it'll probably be pretty just straight line above everything. Just make it all work out. That way I don't have to worry about getting anything crazy. It's not going to be looked at a whole lot. So I'm going to get something set up, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. So I was just looking around, and it looks like there's a cave right here, which is probably where all that stuff is coming from, all that noise. So we're going to go ahead and just fix that problem real quick. Can't kill me if you can't get out of your hole, so go ahead and die in it. Alright, so we're back over by our oil production. We set up a truck station here and put a truck down. We are going to use the big one just so we can make sure that we get enough of the actual plastic pushed over there. Now I'm just going to drive down all this, taking out all the fauna in the way and all that stuff, and make sure everything's cleared out, and try to make this pathway as smooth as possible. That way it's not going over all the bumps and the rocks and stuff and not getting stuck on anything. So we got gas, we're all good to go. Let's get after it. Okay, so we set up our highway, we got our truck going. I laid down the path, but I gotta watch this thing and make sure it doesn't go anywhere stupid. Not like a perfect path. I didn't cover every single inch of it. I didn't raise it up as much as I would like. I did clear all this out, but there is some bumps and bruises, so yeah, it's getting some height. But I think it's gonna be okay. I just gotta double check and make sure that everything's gonna be fine. But right now, I'm just gonna run the fuel from that crate over there over to here, just so we can fill it up. What are you doing? Oh no! Okay, that was rude. I also need to see if what's being put in here is actually going to make it into this. Because technically it already kind of read it. But put that there, yeah, it's not loading. I think it's because it was supposed to pick it up right when it moved into the thing, but it didn't. So let's see what it's going to do. It's going to freak out. And it's loading again for some reason. Maybe it's because it reset its thing once I jumped into it. I'm just going to watch this and make sure everything's going good. You guys don't need to see me arguing with the truck. Okay, so I think everything's set up good now. I have the plastic being ran into here, and I have the fuel coming as well, slowly but surely. I'm going to head back to my base to get some more resources, because I'm out of concrete. I'm trying to make this into concrete so it looks a little nicer. I'm going to go switch all that stuff around and go get some more resources, and then hopefully when I get back, there should be a lot of plastic in that depot down there, so I will be right back. I didn't want it to be like this, but gotta be done. God, these things scare me so much. Come here, get out of here. No, come here. Nope. Okay, I got one more. One more. Noise around here. Hey, you are. Come here. I replaced everything with concrete, not the asphalt. I didn't like the way that looked, so I got concrete everywhere. This is working really, really good. It's already filling up pretty well with the plastic. So I'm going to move on to our last step here, which is going to be figuring out our assemblers and then piping this over here. I don't think I'm going to finish this episode because I think my recordings are going a bit long. I'm going to check my time here in a second, and if it's too far, I'll do a little outro, and that'll be the end of it. But if I have time, I'll work on the assemblers. Okay, so I did have like a little bit of time, so I did a lot of this in the background. Basically, I set up our 4 assemblers. I still need to power them, and I set up all of our splitters. It looks like a fucking mess, but you know what? It's okay. It's gonna work out. The plastic is coming down the line right now, very slowly, but it's gonna get here. I need to set up a power line real fast. Do a Mark II here. I don't have any cable. Let me grab some cable, hook all this up, and then hopefully all this stuff should kick right on, and it should be okay. I don't have cables. Alright, let me steal some cables. Okay, now that everything is hooked up, this should be coming slowly but surely. It'll get down here. This is only using 30, so that means this line's correct. Everything is going in there, and all this stuff should be kicking on as soon as it gets the rest of the plastic that I need. I'm just hoping that I'm getting enough transfer between that over there to supply all this. Because if I'm not, I got another problem and I'll have to adjust it. And I really don't want to make any more adjustments to what I've done. So this should be kicking on here. And there we go. We're automating our circuit boards, finally. It only took forever. This is going. Everything's going good. This is going to be the end of the video. Our next video, I'm probably going to do like two videos for the next couple of days. I'm definitely going to do all this MAM stuff because I'm really interested in checking all the stuff from the update. Because everything's different now. It's brighter. I can see through windows. Everything's great. There's a ton more to do with the MAM, and I haven't even gotten a sulfur really at all. I did just enough to unlock what I had before, and basically with all this stuff now, I'm like way behind. So there's a ton of stuff to unlock, so I'll probably do like a quick little like 10-15 minute video exploring all that stuff and setting up our sulfur production. And then we're going to keep working on this factory here. We need to get literally just the screws now, I believe. Pull out a manufacturer for our computers. So we have our circuit boards now, we have our cables, we have our plastic coming in if we still have enough, which hopefully we should. Then we have just our screws that need produced as well. So all this is coming along really good. We're really close to actually automating supercomputers, or not supercomputers, just regular computers for the first time ever. So things are going good. We made a lot of progress in today's video. Make sure you guys like and comment down below, and you guys have an excellent night.